You know that feeling when a song gets stuck in your head? But have you ever stopped to think about where it actually came from? What if? What if it was written by a computer? It's happening. Artificial intelligence, or AI, is totally remixing the music world. I mean, from the studio all the way to your headphones. So let's break down how it all works. Which brings us to the big question, right? Can a computer actually write a hit song? Is it just a really, really smart tool for musicians, or is there some genuine creativity going on in there? We're about to dig in and find out how this tech really works and, what it means for the music you're listening to every single day. All right, so here's our game plan. First, we'll look at how an AI even learns what music is. Then we'll jump into the studio to see how it's used. After that, we'll talk about your playlists, and finally, we'll peek into the future of music. Okay, let's dive into our first topic. How does an AI even learn what music is? I mean, it's not like you can just hand it a guitar. Before it can write a single note, it basically has to go to music school, just a digital one. And it all starts with this really cool concept. It's not magic, it's a powerful process that's at the heart of everything we're talking about today. Okay, so what is machine learning? Think of it like this. The AI is given a gigantic library of songs. I'm talking millions of them. And its job is to listen to every single one and figure out the patterns. It's not feeling the music. It doesn't get sad during a ballad. It's a pattern-finding machine. It's learning the mathematical rules behind a hit song, like which chords sound good together, how a great melody is built, and what makes a tune so incredibly catchy. So how does it do all this pattern finding? Well, it uses something called a neural network. You can just think of it as a computer model that's designed to work a bit like the human brain. It's what helps the AI connect all those musical dots and actually remember the patterns it's learning. So once the AI has gone to its digital music school and learned all the rules, that's when the fun starts. It can actually begin to create. It'll predict which note should probably come next in a melody. Then it figures out the chords that'll sound best with it. It can even add its own little twists and variations to keep it from sounding boring. Finally, it just bundles all those notes together and sends them off to be played by digital instruments. But here's where it gets even crazier. The AI isn't just writing sheet music. It can create the actual sounds from scratch. This process is called sound synthesis. So it could analyze the physics of a real grand piano to make a flawless digital version, or it could design a totally new instrument that no one has ever heard before. This is a huge reason why computer-generated music can sound so incredibly realistic and professional these days. All right, so that's the theory behind how an AI learns to think about music. But how does that actually play out in the real world? Let's step inside the AI-powered recording studio. In a modern studio, AI is basically the ultimate assistant for a human musician. Let's say you're writing a song. An AI can generate some lyric ideas based on your theme. Stuck on the melody? It can suggest some cool chord progressions. And then there's the technical stuff. It can help balance the volume of all the different instruments and even fix a singer's pitch if they're a tiny bit off key. This stuff saves artists a massive amount of time. It really means that anyone with a good idea can make music that sounds super professional, even from their own bedroom. Okay, this next part is seriously cool. AI can take a finished song, like a single audio file, and unmix it. It can actually pull apart the different pieces, separating the vocals from the drums from the bass, and so on. This is a total game changer for DJs who want to do remixes. And it's also amazing for musicians who want to learn exactly how their favorite songs were put together. So we've gone from the spark of an idea to a finished track in the studio. But now let's follow the music out of the studio and into your headphones. We're going to talk about the part of AI in music that you probably use every single day. You know that feeling? You're listening to a streaming service, a song you absolutely love finishes, and the next one that comes on is perfect. It's from an artist you've never even heard of, but it's exactly what you wanted to hear. Yeah, that's not just a lucky guess. That is a very powerful AI doing its job. So how does it do it? Well, the algorithm is constantly learning from your listening habits. It looks at all kinds of data points. For instance, it knows what genres you like, say pop and hip-hop. It tracks the tempo. Do you like fast songs? It even notes the instruments you seem to prefer, like synthesizers and drums. It even pays attention to when you listen, like maybe you listen to upbeat stuff after school. It takes all this data, then scans through millions of songs to find others that match that exact profile. And just like that, it builds your perfect playlist. As you can probably tell, this technology is moving at lightning speed. And that brings us to our final section, where we're going to tackle some of the big questions and the big debates about where all of this is really heading.
All right, so the elephant in the room, is AI going to replace human artists? Well, maybe not. The way to think about it is what each one brings to the table. Human artists draw on real life, on emotions, on telling a personal story. AI, on the other hand, is all about mathematical rules and patterns. It's great at handling repetitive, technical jobs and experimenting with thousands of combinations super fast. So for now, it seems like the future is all about collaboration. The AI handles the technical side of things, freeing up the human artist to focus on the heart and soul of the music.
Of course, whenever you have powerful new tech, you get complicated new questions. For example, if an AI creates a hit song, who actually owns the copyright? Is it the person who wrote the AI program? The person who clicked the button? And what about this one? What happens when an AI can perfectly copy a famous artist's voice without their permission? These are huge, unanswered legal questions that the music industry is really grappling with right now. And the impact of AI isn't just staying in the studio either. It's actually showing up on the concert stage. Picture this: a musician is on stage playing a solo. At the same time, an AI is listening to what they're playing in real time and improvising right along with them. It's like a digital duet, creating a piece of music that is completely unique and will never be heard the exact same way again. And really, that idea kind of says it all, doesn't it? The future of music is probably going to be this incredible blend of human soul and digital precision. So that brings us right back to where we started. Is AI a partner for human creativity, or is it a replacement? For now, it definitely seems like it's this incredibly powerful partner, this tool that's unlocking brand new sounds and whole new ways of making music. But as this technology gets smarter and smarter, that line between just being a tool and being a creator could start to get really blurry. It's something we're all going to have to think about.